Hey Lashers, I'm Caitlin. This is our guest Alexi from Lux/LA, and today she's going to be helping me through some questions that I have on the pinching technique and making volume fans. So there's a few different techniques to make volume fans, but I know you are like the pinching master. So where should we start with this? First of all, is it easier to make fans with shorter lashes or longer lashes?
I would say that it's easier to make the fan with a longer lash, only because when you're first learning how to make the fan, you also have to dip the fan in order to keep it closed once you make it. So doing that with a longer lash kind of allows like more room for mistakes. You know, when you're first trying,
Right, it's
the
not
shorter
like
it is,
precise.
yeah, the shorter it is a little bit more difficult. So I would definitely advise at least like practicing with like 15, 16, 14, 13.
Okay, cool. So we have we have two versions of lashes on here. We have the Smart Russian in the 13, and then we have the regular volume lash in the 16.
Okay, perfect.
So if we're picking up the 16 millimeter length, where do you begin kind of pulling this away from the strip? How many is too many? How many is like not enough?
Well, I actually pick up the lashes according to the natural lash of the client. Mm-hmm. So, you know, obviously not every single one of their lashes is going to be the same thickness or length or fullness, but generally you have an idea about how much their natural lash is going to hold. So I actually personally don't count the lashes. I do just pick them up according to density that's needed. But like say for instance, right now, you know, we're just gonna grab, you know, just enough to make a cute little fan.
And you're picking it up, so you're kind of moving the tweezer right up against the adhesive strip and then closing and pulling it up?
Yeah, like I like to be a little bit closer to the base when you're pulling it off of the strip, because if you pull it up from too high, it's gonna bend the lash. Mm-hmm. So the closer you are to the base and pulling directly up.
Okay.
Up, like pull it up. Don't
pull it towards you, pull it up?
Yeah, like you're pulling it like up, but like towards you at the same time, I guess. You're kind of like, once you grab it like this, see, pull it up like towards you. Once you have it in between your fingers, like for example, I'm gonna let go, right? Because I still have the same amount of tension, right? And then when you put it back in your finger, right? Now this is the tension that you're holding with your fingers. When you move your fingers like this, right? It doesn't really look like it's doing anything, but when you add your tweezer and you start moving and opening your tweezer at the same time as moving your hands, that's gonna be how you are, you know, like making your fan. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of like opening it up. Once you get it to where you want it to be fan-wise or opened, that's when you're gonna maintain that same tension before transferring it over to dip it in the glue. So you see like how it's not together? And if you like look at where I'm pinching it with though on the tweezer, like how far in from the tip, right?
Mm-hmm. And then when you're kind of moving it with your fingers,
you're still holding that, you're still like this, practice that, right? Because if you could keep it there, right, and you're going like this, yeah, you're moving it this way, but you're also at the same time as opening this, you're still kind of releasing some of that tension on your fingertips, you know? Like you're not really holding the lashes that tight, you're holding it tighter with this. Mm-hmm. And moving it with this, but still holding it lightly. And then when you want to allow it to open, that's when you need to loosen this more at the same time as loosening the tweezer.
So I guess the moral of the story here is patience. Having that fingertip position was really important to being able to move it around, and then really working together the tweezer action and controlling the opening of the fan with the finger. Yeah, anything else that you would recommend like keeping in mind for someone trying to learn this?
Yeah, I would definitely say do not give up, you guys. It is something that requires tons of patience and practice. So, you know, fanning all the time, whenever, there's a lot of techniques that you can, you know, do without a client and somebody to apply it on, you know. So, you know, just practice, keep practicing, and, you know, don't give up. Try not to get too frustrated, and, you know.
All right, thank you so much for showing me this. I hope these tips helped you guys, and happy lashing.